Alright guys, ICC Cup fits here. And we're going to have a PVZ on our hands here. And it's going to be minus Eagle spawning in the bottom left, going to be the brown Protoss. And in the top right, it's going to be the orange Zerg max name or names max, whatever it's going to be. Also, its map's going to be match point, so I'm just going to quickly go to reveal all map here. So it's pretty interesting. I really like this map. Yeah, so it's like you have like a pretty big main, but it's all on the same ground as your natural is. And so yeah, there's no like ramps to wall off, but you have this little area where people can choose to wall off. So there's that, and yeah, there isn't too much else to this map generally. So without further ado, we're going to introduce our other co-caster here. It's going to be Box, which you probably don't know, but yeah, he's my friend, so you can say something, Box, now if you want.
Oh, just friend, not co-caster.
Okay, co-caster, whatever.
Extraordinaire of Protoss.
I know he can testify that we have played on this map a lot for StarCraft 2 Brood War because we're cool with that custom game in StarCraft 2 because we like this map a lot. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, not much. Maybe we'll have to do one after this, and then
we'll
see what happens.
Yeah, maybe. But for APMs wise, minus Eagle or Eagle's minuses or whatever is averaging 305, maxing at 416. So we're gonna be seeing a higher ranked game here, and names max is gonna be averaging 251, and I don't know his max actually. So we have to say, because I wrote down the wrong number. His max is actually lower than his average, which wouldn't make any sense. So I'm just gonna not say that, but I did anyway. Zerg, he's doing something more interesting. He's not going for a fast expand. Oh, no, never mind. He's going 12. He's going hatch before pool. Damn, why am I so off track? Yeah, and this seems pretty standard for most of the other games. This is from Replay of the Week. It's from the March 26th or 25th. I forget the exact date to April 1st. So last week we didn't get it done, but this week this is game number 1. So hopefully we'll have Box be joining us for us, yeah.
Of course, minus going for the also popular Forge Fast Expand, the good favorite for Protoss, and it kind of should be because who doesn't love to expand early?
Yeah, and the thing that I've noticed with a lot of ZV P's lately is that when Zerg sees a Forge Fast Expand, they'll end up taking a risky third, which ends up being that they took their natural timing to this risky bottom right-hand expansion, which I don't know the whole reason behind that was, but if the Protoss was to do some aggression, they may not spot it, but they tend to do this risky third. Depending on how aggressive the Protoss is, sometimes this base will fall, but sometimes it's just left uncontested for it. The Zerg will just start mowing down, or just start populating a huge army and just start throwing massive units at the opponent. So that tends to be what happens a lot with ZVP. Sometimes the Protoss will be more aggressive though and take that out because they tend to go for the more risk versus reward kind of thing going on. So definitely they like to do this, and then the Zerg what's his name? Max will probably start going more heavy laying into whatever he wants to tech switch into. Which yeah. If Box didn't know.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see mutas this map. Very huge map, and usually mutas are space control, and hopefully we'll see mutas. I mean, there's also the popular Hydra Lurker Ling, just base. Just because, it's just so strong to just take the Protoss head on instead of like mutas where they have to do little sneaky maneuvers, but we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, and I think like where the point is, as a casting standpoint, sometimes it's difficult to figure out what tech path they're going. Just straight out of the box, especially when they're at this 3 base, you don't know. You have to kind of just figure out what tech building they're putting on. He is putting down a Spire though, so we're gonna be probably seeing that Muta. That also can be in reaction to the fact that My Eagle's going for the Stargate, and this is very standard. I believe it's a 2-gate into... Is it 2 gateways? I'm not sure if it's 2 gateways. It might just be 1. It's a 1 gate. Yeah, it's 1 gateway. So he'll be pumping out 1 or 2 Corsairs, and then he'll get out Scourge to mostly deal with that. Zell will be seeing this in expansion, gonna be trying to do a little harass with that little guy, but yeah, not ultimately probably just gonna die. Is he getting +1 upgrades though? Yeah, this build tends to be really like mainstreamed right now, where they'll go Forge Fast Expand. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 gateways is standard, but then they'll get early +1, and then they'll do the Corsair harass, and then Zerg normally tends to do this exact same thing. I've been seeing this in a lot of the D-rank games, so D-rank Team League games, excuse me. But it looks like Max is actually getting ready for a push. Yeah.
Usually you'd like to go those 2 gateways only because of if it all depends on style per se, because if they want to put on the pressure on that third, if they scout it, I mean it all depends on scouting to go for a certain style. If he wants to go 2-gate heavy zealot with the +1 push, it usually is very effective until the Hydras come out.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, again, it's all stylistic. Maybe some people like to rush that Stargate and get those Corsairs faster, pick up Overlords, and deny scouting, or they just want to like counter the mutas. If if this is all scouting, but
yeah, we do see though the standard, awesomely awesome standard Scourge. Zerglings will actually get into the base right now, though, and Scourge might connect with that. Oh, it will, and this mineral line might... Oh, no, it looks like he's microing pretty well. Not being too risky. And he might lose a couple probes here, especially since he's not transferring them around, but he's trying to micro his best of his ability, which is doing pretty effective. We'll be sending some charge lots down to the bottom right-hand expansion. He will be getting up... 1 Sunken Colony will be up in time. I'm not sure about the second one, but we'll see if that will go off. He is walling off with an Evo Chamber, so he can't really get on the north part of it, so it looks like he should be moderately fine for right now. And +1 isn't yet finished, and I believe +1 will allow 2 hits for Zealots to kill off a wing, and +1 did just finish for Protoss, so yes, indeedy. And it looks like he's going to be going to the natural here. Might do some damage. But that Sunken Colony has a really good position over where they can't really get a huge surround on it due to the placement of the buildings. And drones will have to get some of the action here, though. And being very protective over the Sunken Colony. To the best of his ability, it doesn't look like it will fall, and this push will pretty much be negated right here. Not doing really much of anything except for killing off a couple wings, indeed. So, yeah. But he will be getting we'll be just getting a little scout in the main, just seeing what he has, seeing the spire behind the mineral line. But nothing too crazy shenanigans. Still doesn't see the hive tech out yet, and he will be getting +1 missile upgrades as well.
The Zerg player's going lurkers, and he's also getting +1 for range. Wouldn't be surprised to see him keep upgrading, go into lurkers, and just try to get map control with those lurkers. Looks like those Hydras might get away. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on the movement speed difference, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah. Tends to be right now. I've noticed that Protoss tends to be in higher supply around this point in the game, even if they've been trading armies with the Zerg. It just tends to be that Zerg may have a bigger army, but their just supply for each of their units is smaller, so not saying that Zerg is behind right now, but they're about averagely the same around. It's like 63 supply to 58, so around the same supply. He does have quite a bit of High Templar. Is he researching Storm, or does he already have it? He probably will already have it. And he will be getting up a robo facility, probably to spot the lurker timing as lurker tech is finished.
Protoss finally getting a third. He maybe should have gotten it earlier. It would have put more pressure on the Zerg, to make more units and try to bust it down. And, less drones on his side, but looks like he's finally getting it. Zerg, however, is getting a fourth just to counteract that. I'm not sure if he's just spotting it. Now it looks like he might try to push out and take it out. And I'm not sure. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of High Templar in the back, and he'll be ready for this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, what time are you at? Might be a little behind.
Oh no.
No, I'm not that far behind. I'm just wondering.
Oh, like 10:25.
You're just like 10 seconds ahead of me. No big deal. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, so you're at like 10:30 right now then? Ish.
I switched it to 10:45.
Damn it! Gotta get up to 10:50. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so, Muta are out trying to do some damage, but it doesn't look like it will do too much as he has a huge Dragoon count right up right now. Could do, he's pretty much locked down pretty hard. Muta probably won't be the best harassing right now, as the Protest has pretty much been so heavily defensive this whole game. He did go for the gasless expand, probably just to stay closer back to his natural, so if he needs to push back for whatever reason, he should be able to defend that. There goes my pen, sadly. And he looks like he might be losing... No, he won't. Only lost 1 meter. Lurkers are hatching, and yeah, so in other news, I guess for right now, we have a new caster for IC Cup. And yeah, so we have officially 3 casters now, so it should be pretty awesome. No name, ICC Cup, no name. Apparently, he chose his name as. Yeah, pretty awesome stuff.
No name.
I really don't know why he chose that name. That'd be honestly. I don't know why he didn't like make his own name, but yeah. So we'll hopefully he'll make a video. The other dude is waiting. I'm waiting for him to do a cast as well, so we can upload it so I can show you guys. But right now it's not looking like that. Muta is just gonna be probably just seeing if they can poke into the third, but he's not gonna have none of that. Protest playing very defensively, not being too aggressive. Might be getting another Overlord kill here. No, not even gonna opt to go for that. Just getting a little more scouting with that Corsair. He is pretty susceptible to a lot of Corsair harass, possibly. But he does have Scourge chasing that one Corsair, so maybe I take that back. But I believe Corsair had the same speed as Scourge do, so. And he does have +2 attack. He's getting +3 right now. Going Zealot, Archon, High Templar, Dragoon tends to be the choice, the unit composition of choice for TV, ZVP. It always starts out with T, but I don't know why. This is not a Boxer match. Sadly, it's just not.
Well, because you don't see a Terran anyway, but...
You see Terrans a lot in the Replay of the Week a lot, sometimes. They always tend to go mech, which tends to be for more boring games, but, who cares? It's Brood War. If we're going to have the StarCraft 2 equivalent to StarCraft 2 Brood War, I mean, pretty epically awesome stuff. If you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty much like Brood War without the crap AI, which sometimes isn't good because sometimes the game's not as balanced as it should be with the bad AI, like a Dragoon or High Templar that can start auto-selecting 12 of them and just start storming everything. But there is a big engagement happening over here. He is going up this ramp pretty easily right now. It's storming a lot of stuff, doing a lot of just not really doing... I don't know what this Zerg really has right now. Look at Protest looking kind of invincible at this point. What the energy on the High Templar, though, he does have enough for 3 more storms. Will he be able to storm the mineral line? That could do a lot of damage here. And there's a lot of reinforcements coming back down from the south here. Whoa, that's the good storms going off. That's doing a lot of damage here. And it looks like the Protest might have to... Yeah, it looks like he'll have to back out. Might kill off this mineral line, but pretty much losing his whole army here. Back at his main base. Doesn't really have too much if he did go for a counterattack here. Still being pretty pesky with the Zealots, though. I think he did kill off that whole mineral line there. And yeah. I'm not sure if he really did the guaranteed damage he really should have to trade the whole army with the Zerg. But if he's able to stop that upgrade, which he did, he stopped +1 or +2 attack. He didn't even get the cancel on that. That's a pretty nice victory for him. Totally. And +3 missile is starting. Yeah, +3 missile is starting. So nice little victory for stopping that upgrade. But did lose his entire army. It looks like, oh, he might lose his 2 High Templar with full amount of energy. Will Storm, though. Got 2 Lings, but not being too cost-effective with those at all. It's always hard to deal with rallying High Templar. It's so sad to see those little hallucination guys die. So sad.
Of course.
Just totally. Really, really, really quite sad. And Lings will try to deny this expand in the top left. Will he get it, though? That's the question, and he did have to force a cancel on it. Or I'm not sure if that was a cancel or not, but it looked like it was. Yeah, it looks like the Zerg is getting a lot of that map control right here and starting to really mass up that unit. 125 supply to 151 of the Zerg. So Zerg is ahead in supply right now. Oh, that was a good Archon connect in the top left as well. And I'm not sure. I don't know why the positioning of the pylon was right there on his over here specifically, because I'm not sure if we can put down a Nexus now, well, at least within optimal range of the mineral patch. But gonna be putting down a few more cannons. Protoss players love these things. I don't know why when they could just be building more units, but they want to do it. Hey, why not? And 2-2 Hydra with 2-1 Ling.
It's because of the Zerglings, those bastards.
Yeah, but couldn't you just have like a defensive Archon there?
Yeah, because Lings totally own Archons, believe it or not.
Oh, that was a good storm. Another big engagement happening in the center of the map. And Storm, man. I mean, it's pretty overpowered. in the Hydra eyes, it's pretty much OP. Like, how do I stop that? I just die in this massive but he will get a nice storm off though. Only claiming 3 lives with that 1 storm though, so not being too effective, but still nevertheless getting some more damage to that army. Will he have enough for another storm? He will. He's just sent over a whole bunch more of High Templar, and they have enough for like 3 more storms. Storming his own army.
Big engagement.
Oh, here it comes. There's a lot of stuff happening, and there isn't a lot for the protest to really have right now. Oh, but sending in more zealots here. No. That's a lot of blood around that.
Great position for that. I don't know why the Zerg was just throwing Lings in there. He could have gotten the surround on the Dragoons. However, he just threw them all into the zealots.
Oh, and the Defiler. This baller Defiler's like, oh, wait. No, I gotta plague something. No, oh, I'm dead.
It'd be nice to see a plague.
And that's a lot of Lings and Lurkers coming back. Again, the positioning's not really optimal for the Zerg right here, kind of running into a meat grinder thing. Especially with the Zealots kind of try to get into the front here, repositioning the Dragoons into the back. And, yeah.
Like there might be a counterattack going to the top left.
Oh, there might be a counterattack. Yes, there is. Now, will these cannons be effective enough for the Lings, though? It looks like it might. Plus,
the Lurkers get in great position to take them out, but there's a nice storm going off.
Where? I don't see a storm. Oh, okay. It looks like Protoss forces have kind of dwindled right now, and the top left especially is take some heavy fire, which will have to reposition his units. And now the Zerg can get a better positioning to try to isolate the top left expand. We'll be losing 2 High Templar over here. Will he be able to get a storm off? He could against the Lurkers, but if they get behind the mineral line, that's going to really be devastating. That will be evacuating this as immediately. Nice response time by Eagle. We'll be storming off one of the Lurkers, but gonna be hard to get in a good position against those Lurkers there. We'll have ranged Dragoons for that though, and yes, it looks like aggression from the Zerg has pretty much stopped for right now, but has a whole bunch of Lings and Defilers sitting back around his third. Or whatever around the.
I'm really confused about these rallying drones. You must mishotkeeyed them because they must be wanting to go to battle.
Which one?
Oh, there they go. Never mind. He must.
They're going to the third, right? Or the 12 o'clock. Or
no, he had them with all those Lings, and they looked like they wanted to march and go kill us Protoss there.
Oh, really? But there's definitely another engagement happening right here. Looks like I think the Zerg will just have enough to completely overrun his opponent, even though the Protoss did have a better positioning on that. Doesn't really have the Zealot numbers to deal with that amount of Lings right now. 2-2 Lings versus 1-3 Dragoons and Zealots will be getting in the back to deal with the cannons, but they will just melt away from the constant hammering of the Zerglings, and a storm going up, but really not being too effective. And then just a couple of Dark Swarms. Now this top left expansion is really going to go out, which will put the Protoss fairly back. 84 supply to 160. Looks like definitely the Zerg is in the lead right now. I'll just be interested if he'll be able to get his Zealot numbers up in time. His main is mined out, and now he might be even just losing his third here. Did you just see like the amount of 3 storms overlapping each other? He will have DTs in the mix here, and he doesn't have Overlords in position. I'm not sure if he has Overlord speed either, so that might just save him for right now at least. Excuse
I'd like
me.
to see if the DTs could just go snipe off those Spilers, but
I think he's happy just killing
right
off some
now,
wings.
just looks like he only has 1 right now, alive at least.
Yeah. Nom. Play good.
He is cleaning it up, and that's what she wrote.
Yeah, I don't see how it can really defend off another wave of units. Zerg has been there's a GG from Minus Eagle, and yeah, that was pretty good game. Pretty good game. Just to show that risk versus reward thing, taking that risky third can definitely be beneficial, especially if you see the Protoss forge fast expanding. For the FTOG, or if Box doesn't know what that means, it means the 5th tip of the game. For the Protoss, I think being more aggressive with your units is probably the best thing for you to do. But otherwise, I think you're pretty solid with everything else. I think it's just kind of more strategic positioning and all that extra stuff that might have ended up not being such a great game. But you're definitely the higher level player. You definitely know much more of this game than I do. And if Box wants to say something, he can. And yeah.
I think maybe some Storm Drops actually would have been good on that third, since he had all those Templar and rallied to his Nexus. I didn't see why he needed all those Templar in the back. Maybe he could have afforded a shuttle after just getting that Robo. He could have maybe done a shuttle drop and did some storm damage. And maybe he could have just been more active with that. But besides that, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good game overall.
Yeah, I think, definitely just... I said it broadly. He said it more specifically. Yeah, storm drops is always a good thing. Reaver drop play is also not too bad, but that's more APM demanding. So, yeah, hopefully you can take away from that game. But good game. Replay of the week number 1. Hopefully we can get replay of the week number 2 done very shortly. And have a nice day, guys. Fitz out of here.
Adios.